Hello and welcome to the next step of your Pokemon Wind adventure. Now, before we go towards Route 1, I've got to mention the Pokedex. The new Pokedex will need to have a unique function as with Sun and Moon's Rotom Dex, but instead of a Pokemon infusing with the Pokedex, this time I'm continuing with the AI concept, having the Dex have an almost biomechanical look to it that almost belongs in a Transformer movie or something, and the AI will be called Dex, and the Dex will look like an Eevee.
You know, if you're gonna talk about me, at least let me introduce myself.
Sorry, go ahead.
Thanks. Hello there, my name is Dex. I'm gonna be your guide through your adventure as you try to become the master in this region. Okay, you can carry on now, Whitey.
Cool, thanks. All the functions such as normal Dex entries and the Pokemon care mechanics exist from the previous generations. Okay. Now you have all you need, it's time to go on to Route 1. The Troho region's Route 1 is on its way to the first city, Kanda City, and you can come across random trainers and Pokemon along the way. This route will have lush grassy paths with outcrops of wild grass where you can find Pokemon, but you can also find Pokemon coming out of the surrounding trees, especially this region's first bug-type Pokemon, Litmite. This is a bug type and a new Pokemon. So what Pokemon did I use to make this little bugger? Well, I used Voltic's head, Scatterbug's body, Larvesta's hair, Paris's claws, Swaddle's legs, Tortwig's eyes, Caterpie's mouth, and Espion's little gem, giving it a colour scheme reminiscent of an Asian lady beetle larvae. Other bug-type Pokemon will show up out of the trees such as Caterpie and Yanma. Also, you'll have your first regional bird as well, so let's introduce it. Quailic. This Pokemon is a normal type, but it can't fly at this stage. So what Pokemon did I use to make it? Well, I used Pidov's base body, Altaria's beak, Delibird's eye, Pidgey's wing, Wingle's tail, and Pikipek's legs. I based this Pokemon off a quail, specifically the king quail in China. There will not be any more birds that you can catch on this route, but I think maybe in Route 2 that might change. And of course there will be a rodent. So let's bring it into play. Possumat. This Pokemon will be a normal type yet again, and it's the only new Pokemon rodent you can catch on this route. But what Pokemon did I use to make this rodent? Well, I used Bidoof's base body, Cyndaquil's head, Sandshrews' eyes, Tepig's nose, the Dene's ears, Sandshrews' feet, Zoroark's hair in the form of a tail. I based this Pokemon on a possum, specifically the Australian brush-tail possum. But you see, there is one other Pokemon available on this route, but the thing is, it's not technically new. That's right, this Pokemon is a regional variant, quite like Alola forms in Pokemon Sun and Moon. Also, these games have variants of previous Pokemon as well, so let me introduce Troho Skitty. This Pokemon is a pure grass type. As Alola forms were exclusively Generation 1 Pokemon, I am not going to put the same barriers on Pokemon Dust and Wind. I'm just picking Pokemon I think fit, though I'm leaving Pokemon with Mega Evolutions out just to make it less confusing. So what Pokemon did I use to put this variant together? Well, I used Skitty's body, Victreebel's leaves for ears, and Jumpluff's puffs for the tail. Making regional variants is so much easier than creating a whole new Pokemon, because you have an original Pokemon, you're just altering it. You don't have to reform an entire creature. The next thing we have to talk about is trainer classes you will encounter. The types of trainers are quite limited in this sense. You will face preschoolers, youngsters, and lads and lasses. They will have Pokemon that you've recently faced or captured. One more thing that happens before you go to the next city. There is a mystery Pokemon that you can encounter, but no matter how many Pokeballs you throw at it, you can't catch it. And it'll run away before you get a chance to feint it. And this Pokemon will appear every so often through the entire game. It's also part of a side story you can choose to do either before or after you're a champion. And this Pokemon is a Pikachu. A black Pikachu. And basically the side mission is to find out why this Pokemon is in existence, as there are regular Pikachu everywhere anyway, and who does it belong to, if anyone. Okay, that's all I'm going to do in this part, but hopefully you were looking forward to the first big trial in the town in the next part of your Pokemon adventure.